Please put your hands together as I invite an award-winner, comedian, compere, actor, TV and radio host, the creator of a big mentor to mentors. The story is amazing. Please put it up for Mr. Gbengaadeyinka the first. Thank you, sir. Thank
you. Please be seated, please. I'd like to hazard a guess as to the person that was interviewed. Is her name Dayo Benjamin Slani?
No, sir.
Okay. You should look for that woman. That woman practically changed the course of my career. Dayo Benjamin Slani. She's called Dogza. She's in Abuja. I think she's in Lagos now. She's in my estimation one of the best compares to have come out of Africa. I worked with her a couple of times in the villa as a comedian. You know, every time they would invite me as comedian, and I would fool myself. They would laugh, and I would go, and I felt there was something more. I studied English at the University of Lagos, and I thought there was something more. I understudied her without her knowing, and that changed my life. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank all of you for coming out this morning. It's not everybody who comes out when it's time to learn. What I've learned from doing this job is when you have an owambe, where people can eat and drink, this room will almost tear. But if it's something that will impart, you hardly find people. So for those who pay, bless you, a round of applause. For those who did not pay because they could not pay, God will give you the capacity to pay. For those who could pay and did not pay, God see you. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like to do this in like 30 minutes. Like he said, my name is Gbengaadeyinka the first, and I've given close to 3 decades of my life to the entertainment industry. What I'm about to do today is tell you some of the things I've done that has helped me, and some of the things I did not do that also hurt me. Now, if you know me very well, I take entertainment as a business. For me, the very first thing I learned, or when I started, my parents, no, not my parents, I'm a community project. I grew up with a lot of uncles, aunties, grandfather, grandmother, granduncle, mother. So when I graduated and I said I wanted to be a comedian, I had a big problem. Everybody called a family meeting. Unfortunately, I was not around. I had an event on the 1st. And they were saying, we sent him to the best schools in this country. He says he wants to be Baba Salah, and they kept going on and on. But something kept me focused, or somebody kept me focused. His name is Ali Baba. He didn't grow up in Lagos. I grew up in Lagos. I was born in Lagos. He came to Lagos, didn't know anybody. And he made a business of the stupid art of making people laugh. And I felt, if this guy is a graduate, if he's doing it well, then I can do it too. So no matter what they said, I just kept going and going and going. So, what I want to talk about today is not particularly restricted to compares or comedians, because I see in this room, I don't see compares, I don't see comedians. What I see are businessmen and women who want to build a business, who want to succeed, and who want to leave something behind. So today, I'll be talking to you about entertainment as a business. I'd also be talking to you about Nigeria as a limiting environment. And I'm talking to you about scaling up your business. Okay, so let's start like this. I have a couple of quotes here. So my topic, ladies and gentlemen, is scaling up in a limited environment. Doing business in Nigeria. I keep saying that if you do business in Nigeria for 5 years, you've done business in any advanced country of the world for 50 years. You know what I'm talking about. There are so many things limiting you. I left Lekki at 9:45. Google Map told me I'll be here at 11:15. I got here at 8 minutes after 11. So that is a limiting factor. In Abeokuta, I have a friend who was working with GT, got posted to Abeokuta. I had an event last week. He was with me till 1 o'clock. I said, guy, you're not going to work tomorrow. I said, guy, if I wake up for 7, I don't reach office by 7:45. Wait to consign me. He dare not do that in Lagos. So, this is a country where you can't afford to fold your arms. This is a country where you have to put your hands to good use. Everybody, like my sister said, that can talk well is a compare. Every Nigerian, like I say, is funny. You might not, the level of, in quotes, funniness might be different, but every Nigerian is funny. Every weekend, you get to an event and there's a compare. Some have been paid, some have not been paid. Shebi, you funny. Abu Refeshi, where the Lola? Why don't you just come and help us hold the microphone? And so she's funny. Automatically, that is a hindrance to you that I decided to take it professionally, because on Monday she's going back to work at GT Bank, where she's being paid. Yoruba people say Ogata, but she's on 30 days. So whether she's funny at that event or she did it well or not, GT will pay her salary. But you have been blocked from doing a job that should put food on your table. So in Nigeria, you cannot afford to fold. We do not have a Greenland. I've said this over and over again. Nigeria is the most blessed nation on the face of the earth. We might not have gotten to the promised land. In fact, we have not gotten to the promised land. It looks more and more like we're stepping farther and farther from it. But we can't leave Nigeria. Or me, I'm not leaving Nigeria. I know in your generation, a lot of people are thinking of relocating. But thank God you can't go anywhere. All of us die here. Donald Trump is going to make it difficult for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me quote somebody. It says, Lebanon is where I come from, but Lagos is home. When I'm away anywhere in the world, I think about Lagos more than I think about Lebanon. Lagos is where I became a man. Lagos is where I make money. Lagos is where I make friends. This is Issam Darwish. He's a Lebanese Nigerian owner of IHS. I don't know many of you have IHS. Then Kunle Aderemi, CEO, Ethnic Public Relations and Marketing, says, Nigeria is a country where we have untapped resources. If you live outside the country, your eyes will open wide and you will begin to see lots of potentials here. And you will wonder why the people here and the government are not taking advantage of the potentials to sell Nigeria to the world. Every time, I'm amazed every time when somebody says, this Nigeria go keep us in. There's no work. I've had my certificates for 12 years now. I don't get employment. Poverty wants to kill me. And I say, you've had your certificate for 12 years and you're still looking for a job. You're a criminal. You should be locked up. Let me give you, when I started Laughter Incorporated, I needed to buy some cameras. I was using GT Bank then. And please, when I've done 20 minutes, let me know. I need to buy a camera. So I went to GT and they said, oh, sorry, we're not a commercial bank like that. So I went to this microfinance bank. I wanted to get a camera. And they kept pushing me back and forth. So at the end of the day, I didn't get it. But I made a friend there. A couple of months later, I bought the camera and I went to do shakara for them. I went to interview their MD. And I saw someone, they were jumping down and jumping up and down. Oh, sir. Oh, sir. And the guy said, I no want loan. I don't need. Serious, I don't need it. And out of curiosity, and that's one thing you must always be curious. Curious. In fact, be curious is Oyinbo. Learn to do ofofo. Wetin concern you, madam. Wetin no concern you. Learn to know. If you're going to be a successful compere, successful entertainer, successful businessman in Nigeria, woman in Nigeria, you must know something about everything. Now, don't get me wrong. I didn't say do everything. You must know something about everything. So I asked, who is this person? That guy. Now, wow, that guy is one of our biggest investors. No, depositors. I said, that's good. He said, that guy, when you came to meet us that time, I said, yes, he came to ask for loan. He wanted to do a counter. Okay, so the story is this guy graduated, lives in Agege. You know there's a difference between Agege and Agege. Agege is the interior. So every morning he will take a bus from Agege to Ogba. He will buy scary, that's what we call it, but I'll funkify it. He will buy yam and plantain and akara, and they'll put small pepper on it. I will buy water. You enter bus, go to the island. You will slap. Oh, slap is walk around. He will walk. In the evening, no work. He will come back home. When he's going back home, he will buy the scary again, go home. He said he did it for about a month. And he said, come, what has changed in my life in this 1 month? What has changed? What has changed is the fact that he kept making somebody rich. The people he was making rich, the transporters and the scary seller. So he said, come, I can do this thing now. So he came up with a novel idea. A counter that has a gas in it, that has a shelf where you can put the things and they will be warm. And then you can push it. So what did he do? He went to the chairman of the motor park and said, okay, I'm a graduate. All you book people, you want to conductor, say, no, sir, please. I'm a graduate. I want to be selling scary at the junction, but I don't have money to pay you. Please help me. I'll be giving you lunch. I said, you know if you get money. No, while they give me lunch. So he started that in 1 month. So he needed money from Fina Trust. I'll mention their name. He needed money from Fina Trust to build that thing, but they didn't give him. So he went to everybody he knew. Can I get 1,000? Can I get 300? Can I get, please, don't dash me. Dash me. Okay, you don't have 1,000. How much can you dash me? I can dash you 15 naira. Bring it. So he built one. Lo and behold, in 1 year, he had replicated that thing in 20 bus stops in Lagos. He had brought his people from the village and they were doing it for him. And what was he doing? Simple. He would tell them, I'll give you this in the morning. You must deliver this to me. Whatever you make extra is your money. You have to think outside the box. In Nigeria, if you don't, you are dead. You have to think outside the box. All these things I'm telling you, you know. See, let me tell you, every time you come for this, teach things. Everything they are telling you, you know. But have you put them to work? It's difficult, but yes, it was difficult for Aliko Dangote. Aliko Dangote started out selling sweets. But the things that helped him move from a sweet seller to the biggest employer of labor in Nigeria are those things that I think I will share with you. So let's leave Nigeria. We know how Nigeria, I think it says we need proper leadership, selfless politicians who are not in power looking to, no, that's not Aliko. It says manufacture, don't just fade. What are you manufacturing? You are manufacturing a service. The same business Aliko Dangote is doing is what you are doing. He has Dangote Sugar. What's the name of your business, man? You have Auntie Elif. Who is a talk person here? What's your business? Angie? NJ's Pro. Aliko wants to sell sugar the best way it can be sold. You want to sell, compare the best way it can be sold. So you are doing the same business. Never see anybody as doing a business that is better than your business. You are all doing the same thing. What is the long and short of it? You want to make money, to take care of yourself, take care of your family, and live well. So, let's leave Nigeria out. So what is scaling up? Scaling up is taken from the word scale. Scale, measure yourself. Measure fish. Measure turkey when you buy. Up, everybody knows up. How do you move up in an economy like this? Very simple. The problems in Nigeria, insecurity, poor power supply, government policies, access to funds, getting competent, trustworthy employees to work for you. That's a big problem. I've lost 3 employees. I lost 3 employees last year. Why? 90% of people that come to look for work with you think, she be in a comedy now, no be to laugh. Until you take your business serious. I'll get to that. Until you take it serious, you will not make it in that business. So, getting competent people to work for you and all that. Now, let me read this to you. I wrote this myself yesterday night. Nobody's business. Nobody. That's what my grandmother used to tell me when I was growing up. Now only you go remain. When push comes to shove, when that staff that's supposed to negotiate on your behalf does not negotiate well, like the trouble they put me in next weekend. Hello. My voice is loud. Can you hear me? Yeah. Hello. Okay, you get a so-called manager who will book 2 events for you on the same day. But when push comes to shove, whose business is it? So I want that to be at the back of your mind at all times. When you do anything, it's just me. Not even your wife. Not even your husband. I'm not joking. Not even your children. They can only empathize. My daddy. But if the man for next weekend decides I'm going to lock this guy up, they won't lock my children up now. Now they collect money. I'm the one they will lock up. So you are the only one that is faced with it. So in your business, if you have that mindset, when times are good, you take it. When times are rough, because they will be rough, you will take it. The first thing you need to do is make up your mind. Am I an employer or am I an employee? There are 2 different things. An employer is somebody who is ready, who has all the wahala and says, guy, we died here. An employee is somebody who does not want wahala. When month ends, let me collect my money. When month ends, let me collect my money. Once you decide, the first thing you need to make up your mind about. A lot of people, unfortunately, in our industry, like my sister said, just get into it, not doing anything. That Gbengaadeyinka, and I phone a pasamo. And they make money. Have you do this thing now? So you start. That is not the best way to start or to push yourself. Think, sit down. It's not too late now. Even if you started doing 4, 5 years, ask yourself. I know some colleagues, and I'm sure he knows one of them. He was a comedian. but now is into video, this thing, and is making a lot of money from it. So it's not too late. The bottom line is, nah, we want to make money. Okay? So if it's from photo camera, you are making money. If it's from talking, that you know is your USP to make money. If it's from dancing, make up your mind. Don't do anything because of what the crowd is doing, or because you think you are funnier than that guy. Now, these are the 13 commandments of growing your business. I have 14 actually, but 13 sounds better. So I have 1A and I have 1B. 1A, the most important element. Where's Damola? I need somebody to wipe my face. I didn't bring my hanky. This man didn't allow me sleep. So, the most important component of your business, the most important component is who can answer the guess? You. God bless you for saying you, but not you, me. You are the most important component of your business. Effective leadership will help you. Creating sustainable growth for the future is dependent on you. You have to be ready to do the dirty work. You have to be ready. I remember there was a year when I first started that I had a show, although I can't do it anymore now. I had a show in Lagos in the morning, a show in Ibadan in the afternoon, and an overnight in Lagos at night. Also know the key person. Also I thought in those days the key person now. So I took the jobs, but I had stop gaps in case one drags for too long. I did everything and I was back home. Don't base decisions on where you are now. Don't say for, in short, math for. Do you understand? Math for. Don't think of where you are. This idiot just the talk. Me way, I never even get money to go house. Don't worry. Don't focus your mind on those small things. Think of who you want to be. God bless you. Focus on who you want to be, where you are going to. What do you want to be known as? The best MC in Lagos. The best MC in Lagos, Southwest. When I started, I called myself Gbengaadeyinka the first. Because in my mind, I told myself, I have to keep reaching for excellence. I have to be the first at whatever I do. That's why every time I do something, I want to be the first person to do it. I'm the first comedian to start a comedy magazine in Nigeria. I'm the first comedian to start a comedy club. I'm the first comedian to work in Ghana. I'm the first comedian to decide that I'm going to tour the Southwest. You have to be ready to do what nobody has done. But cane, they inside. You chop cane. But your vision, if you've made up your mind, you keep going. 2, make sure you are ready and prepared for growth. When you start your business, there are some things that will start to happen. There's a time when you're in one man. There's a time when you're in one man, when only you can do it. But gets to a point when only you cannot do it. I have about 4 people working for me. I have an accountant, I have a manager, I have a PR person, I have an editor in the office in case anything comes, they edit quickly. You must have a base, but these people must be ready to work. You must get the right person, you must prepare yourself for growth. Anybody who is not helping you should go. Don't fire anybody because they look attractive. Fire because they are going to help you grow. 3, learn from your competitors who have successfully grown. Don't be Gbengaadeyinka. In fact, I was at one event in Abeokuta, and the guy was sounding like Damola. One young guy. Abeokuta, the guy was sounding like him. And it was in Lagos this weekend at a wedding. And the guy was sounding like him so much. And he said, boss, I was high. I said, you are good, but stop sounding like Damola. Because every time they hear you, they think of the original. Do you understand?
Be yourself. Learn from competition. Learn from their locals, where they're falling, where they've grown. That is my biggest mentor. I talk to him, I watch him, I listen to him. But then guess what? In the industry, everybody is a reference point for me. I look at this guy, oh, I like how this guy does this. That's good, that's professional. So I learn from them. You have to be open to learn. 4, protect your business values. This is the most important part of this our business. Waiting now, no be comedy. You day body now, body day. Is it not just to talk and be compared? Is it not just to talk? No, it's not. You have to prepare. You have to protect your values. What are your values? Your values are those things you stand for. If somebody calls me, hello, we want to book you for something, can I have your email so I can send you everything that pertains to booking me? I have a form, how to book, what you need to book Gbengaadeyinka first. I send to you, you look at it, you get back, there must be a paper trail. Your values. I get to my events 1 hour before. So I tell event planners, see, don't lie to me, because you will break my mind. Are we starting at 12? Yes. Okay, I'll be there at 11. So I leave home at 10, depending on where it is. So sometimes I get there before 11. What are your values? I might not be the funniest comedian in Nigeria. I might not be the best MC in Nigeria, but I'm available. Yeah. I don't give you heartache. I don't give you palpitations. I'll be there. Those are my values. What are your values? You are being paid by someone. My people say, okay, I'll just translate. You cannot be. God bless you, but there's no piper in the land. But the long and short of it is that the people who are paying you are your bosses. I've met colleagues who are rude to clients. You can be rude one time now. You can slap me one time. I won't give you the opportunity to slap me again. Yes. So that's why the phone stops ringing. What stops the phone from ringing is your attitude, is who you are, is what you do, is how you carry yourself. Build a team of employees. Now, when I say employees, they don't have to work for you. Build a synergy. As you are walking along, identify people. Why is Alibaba the king? Alibaba will call you, and Gbenga, what should they do for go? You should do that for people. That is how to reinforce yourself in the mind of people. Before I got here this morning, people have called me for 3 people's number. Elipong, Orobaba, and one other person. Why do they do that? They say, oh, that guy, now he's the organ. I'm not the organ. But if you do that, you are the organ. People, you reinforce yourself in people's minds. So when there's a big show, you are the one to think about. Have rules for your staff to follow. Number 5. Have rules for your staff to follow. Access outside expertise when required. You don't know it all. Anytime I get to an event, okay, when I first started Serious Compare, I remember I've been doing comparing. I had them on speed dial. If I get to an event, one governor day here, minister day here, this person day here. What's the order of protocol? Don't be too proud to ask. You can't know everything. Ask people. Do you understand? Now I'm running because I know I have less than 5 minutes. That's outside expertise. Make sure you get it. Because after all, I said know a bit about everything. Don't know everything. You can't know it all. Never compromise on quality. Never. This guy is paying me well now. they paid only 10K. Once you agree to do that job for 10K, you must do it like you've collected 1 million. Yeah. Never ever, because see, that person might be seeing you for the first time. And every time is your first time. There are two reactions when people say, oh wow. Is no, this Gbengaadeyinka they talk is so useless. Oh wow, this guy is really good. So every opportunity, every outing is an opportunity for you to sell yourself. Identify your barriers to growth. See, everybody has a barrier. What's your barrier? I can't speak English. Better yourself. I don't know how to really compare as a comedian. Sit down and learn. Somebody once said, if you want a black man, if you don't want a black man to know something, I did a book. Now, put it online. Black man, you people, your generation, will not see it. The only thing you will see is how Linda Ikechi is sleeping with Tayo. And that's your phone is the biggest tutor in the world. Go to anything you want in the world. Go to YouTube. If I cook from YouTube, I'm an avid cook. I love to cook. So I go on YouTube and type, how do I make ilana simple? And everything is there. How to set up a pure water factory is there. How to build a house is there. How to design is on your phone. And it's so painful that this generation is the most unknowledgeable generation Nigeria has ever had. When you are, but you know more than us. You know the Malians. You are Malians. Now, try to predict the future. I'm sorry. Try to predict the future. Oh, I don't Number 9. Try to predict the future. 10 years ago, I started doing something. 12 years ago, I got tired of comedy. I just got tired. It was just the same old thing. But something started happening. You go for an event, everybody starts shouting, area! Worry! For worry! And he started being so bad that Yoruba boys started saying, for worry where we grow. We worry boys. And unfortunately for me, I spent some part of my life in Ibadan. And Ibadan was so small that all you had was TV. So I watched Baba Salah, Baba Nero, Ajimanja Shaw, Jacob and Papa Lolo. I watched all of them and I realized that the Yorubas, the Southwest had a vibrant comedy industry. I decided, let me start a missionary journey.
Not blowing my trumpet, in 10 years, we've built so many comedy superstars. That's why when you get to shows now, you see people say, I'm so happy. When we say, no, leave that in, or come Abeokuta, or come Ilori, come, I'm so happy. Because that was something God gave me to look ahead. Now we have the biggest running comedy show outside of Lagos and the Southwest. Every show, some of us have been here. We have at least 5,000 people come out. We have sponsorship. The only thing is they won't pay you like paying us. But everybody's race is different. So learn to predict the future. Where are we going? Okay, the way all of us are making money, what can stop me from making money here? What can I do to be different to make money? Then build collaborations. Articulate your competitive strength. In this business, don't be humble. Yoruba people call it humility. Be humble as in, hey, sir, nice to see you, sir. But when it comes to sell yourself, do not be humble. On your Instagram page, on your social media, sell yourself. Somebody calls you, has not even asked you, oh, yesterday I was in Ibadan, working for the governor, and sell yourself. If the lizard falls from a tree, looks around, nobody greets him, he will greet himself. Because nobody is doing what you are doing, but if you keep it hidden, nobody will know. If you're a cook, nobody cooks like you. Even if you know sweet, take mouth sweet am. Then last but not the least, for how to scale your business. Are you there? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Value your... No. Don't value yourself, value your customers. Value your customers. Have you ever heard the saying, the customer is king? Well, it's true. The customer determines your profit margin on your business. If the customer is happy with you, you are happy. If the customer is not happy with you, the phone will stop ringing. So I run through this 7 steps on how to remain relevant. Spend time where your customers are. Hello? When I first started, I was doing Star Trek, and they gave me money that would just get a plane ticket for me, but could not get me accommodation. So smart guy, I started entering night bus. I go by night bus, keep the remaining. So I was blowing my mouth to one of my friends that, oh boy, I guess I pass these people now, that you know when they give me this money, instead of me to take plane, I'll just take night bus. He said, you're a fool. You know why I said I'm a fool? He said the people who are going to patronize you are not in night buses. They are in the plane. Yeah, if you want to hang out, if you want to drink, get high in Ikeja. Go to Lekki, go and buy water in their lounge. I mean, hey, my guy, I'm a comedian. How's it going? Stay where your customers are. If it's on Instagram, stay there. If it's on Facebook, stay there. 2, connect in ways that your customers want to connect. Do a communication link. I have a database of all my clients. For birthdays, we send greetings. I don't have money, but I make sure that I send. Okay, the former First Lady of Oyo State. Anytime you see her, look at her phone. Her phone case is her face. I gave her that for her birthday, and she went, wow. Oh God, wow, wow. I'm sure her husband gave her a car. But small things. Rich people don't need your gift, but those small things matter. Connect with them. Don't be aloof. Now, where person they chop in the romance your customers. If you romance them, you go to jail now. Be aware, but be not alarmed by competition. Be aware of competition. Sako, what is Sako doing that I'm not doing? How is he moving? Don't beef him, because karma, life is the vibe you throw out that you get. So don't beef him, but be aware of him. What is he doing? When Don Dada moved his office to Lekki, I told myself, I'm moving to that their Lekki, their father. I could not afford it, but I moved. When he started living, I said, myself, go live here now. Anywhere he goes, I'm going. Because your competition is your best is your measurement of strength. Keep doing that, but don't know they do pass yourself. Know the trends. There are trends everywhere. Me, there's nothing I cannot talk on because I read. I'm a voracious reader. I read like a fool. If I have a problem, if I don't read, I can't sleep. So my books are torn. So what I do now is I do PDFs, I do audiobooks. My earpiece, they spoil. But you must read. Vocalizer must read. Shoemaker must read. Reading does not make you better. It opens your mind. An open mind is a mind that will continuously be relevant. Then you have to move with the trends. The first time I saw Sako with this beautiful bow tie. What did I tell you?
You for like 5.
Because I saw that everybody was knotting long tie. What will stand you out? I liked what it looked like, and it was probably one of the first. So I started doing that. And people will, Baboni bow tie with here. They will remember you. Create. Do you understand what I'm saying? They will remember you. Create great contents. Great contents. If I'm doing a corporate event, this is my flow. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to start this evening by quoting the greats. I'll look for quotes that have to do with the event. This person says and says, that person says and says. By the time you do that, you've caught people. Create your content. If you're a comedian, how many comedians are here? If you've never, okay, leave your hands up. If you've never done any comedian's joke, put your hand down. Bros, don't put it down. Put it up, put it up. It's not possible. See, when you start, you must do other comedians' jokes. But what do? You do it better than he did it. I don't belong to the school of thought that says they are stealing our jokes there. I don't, because I did other comedians' jokes when I started. But now I will not do it. The minute you start to stop to do other comedians' joke, you're a success. The minute they do your jokes, you're a success. So that's a measure of your growth, and that's what will determine your relevance. Number 7, keep coming up with new products and services and be prepared to get it wrong. What? Is that 6? Oh, wow. Okay, spend time where your customers are. Connect in ways that your customers want to connect. Engage your customers. Yes, don't be aloof, that's it. Be aware, not be alarmed by competition. Know the trends heading your way and have a strategy to take them on. Create great content that solves problems. That's if you're in business, but if you are in entertainment, create great content. Don't be static. The jokes I did last year are not the jokes I'll do this year. I have a Malian joke. If I will tell you, my kids will come to me. Meanwhile, all the things I say are big lies. My kids will come to me and say, Dad. I say, what? You're old. I say, how do I know I'm young? Dad, you have to be Malian. I said, oh, well. So I said, when it was time to pay school fees, I told my children, I'm a Malian. They say, that's good, Daddy. And when I will pay, I say, Malians don't pay school fees. You have to keep looking, and that's Alibaba. I was in Alibaba's office, and one comedian, very big comedian, came, big in our set, came, and in fact, is the funniest comedian in Nigeria, but he doesn't get shows. And I know people wonder why he doesn't, but I know from the beginning, Ali has a mad library. I have a stupid library too. And Ali said, you guys go and pick books now. I said, bros, man, I know they read though. How they read? Now me go read, write book where they go read now. All these Oyibo, they're not funny now. When I write the joke finish, you have to read. You have to read. So last but not the least, stay relevant in a world that punishes a lack of relevance ruthlessly means we need to spend time and energy to doing whatever it takes to stay relevant. We have to be strategic on how to stay relevant. We have to work every single day about being relevant. There is no grave night shift. Every shift is a shift. Comedians, there must be a biro and a piece of paper by your bed. When I sleep, jokes come to me, I write them down. Same for MCs, for compares. But like my sister said, know your lane, know your lane. Know something about everything, but you can't do everything. If you're a comedian, stay being a comedian. If you're a compare, stay being a compare. But nothing stops you from bettering yourself and doing both. All it takes for you to be a funny compare is to read. Is to what people like Sacco, what do they say? Don't say what it says. When you read something, the opportunity for you to say that thing will come to you. Read newspapers, listen to news, watch CNN. Trevor Noah is not the is not the funniest African comedian, but that, oh, sorry, I almost said something. But that idiot. No, that was not what I wanted. I wanted to say something was, but that idiot is relevant. People will say, oh, they write things for him. Yes, they write all those jokes he tells on the Daily Show. They write for him, but who was writing for him before he got there? So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Gbengaadeyinka the First. They call me the GCOM, the Grand Comedian of Nigeria. No, don't clap. I want to say this. He's very lonely at the top. We need more people here. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we please put your hand up for Mr. Gbengaadeyinka the First? Please get that chair to you. You can have your seat. You can have your seat. Were you motivated? With a strong 2-1, let's put your hand together for him. I thank God for my life. Okay. No, sir, you don't. I want to thank God about what he finished with. My younger sister finished with strong 2-1. My brother finished as one of the best graduating students, MBA. Last born 2-1. Well, I want to thank God for my life. I'm the elder brother of all of them. Yeah. And I finished well. Yeah. It's not about what you finish with, it's about what is the result that matters. Yeah. All right. One thing that I get a lot of people in there. I know that Mr. AY comedian started as a PA to Alibaba, and then I know that he started getting results more almost in his 40s. I had that at the time you worked with children. Because the truth is, this man you are seeing is a testimony. I know that he started getting relevance in his 40s. Sir, will you? Yes, sir. Is that yes? I like you to just kindly, because people feel like it's too late already for them. Okay, so we'll go upstairs after this question, because after now, Mr. Adesanya, but that question, sir, I'd like you to just basically just tell us in another 10 minutes. Do you mind if you just share that story? All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
God has always been good to me. Everything I've always wanted, I've always seen before it happens. I don't know how. I wanted my uncle, the last uncle I lived with, wanted to study engineering. But maths was my oga. That lady said she graduated with... I don't know what P7 is in these days, but I had a P7. My teacher said, oh, then I had F9 in Bible knowledge that I always aced. I always aced it from year 1. I have books. I have every time for being the best student in BK. So my teacher said, no, we have to go to work. I said, madam, let's not go. That's when they will realize that the maths is a mistake and that the BK is one I passed. So I did BK again. I had A1. But everything I wanted, always like Adekunle's song, Ire, Ire, Ire. I told myself, then I went to, after my uncle wanted me to study engineering, I couldn't, so I applied to law, for law in LASU. I was admitted, but they had no accommodation. So my uncle, who is a mad engineer, carried me and took me to Ikeja magistrate court. I was showing me lawyers. That one a lawyer. That it was showing me all the field lawyers. So I got confused. I went to Ibadan. I went to the international school Ibadan for my A-levels. And unfortunately for them, I started going to the UI theater. So I told myself I was going to be a theater arts practitioner, but I couldn't tell them at home. Then my friend invited me to UNILAG convocation. In UNILAG, they had no theater arts, but they had English and they taught them theater. There was no theater troupe. They had a theater troupe called Theater 15. So I told myself I was going to come to Unilag, join Theater 15, study English, live in Aliu Makamabida Hall, and and all that happened to me. So when I graduated, people who knew me from school, because I was MCing and all that, would say, come and help us do this, come and help us do that. And that was how I started being in the industry. But that was not enough because I was unknown. So I started a children party entertainment firm. It was called Kiddies Incorporated. We used to do, hello children! Hello. If you're happy and you know, clap your hands back. I used to paint my face. See me, there's something you must never do. If you follow me on Instagram, look at the picture I posted yesterday about Anthony Joshua. He had one small statue. He looked, and I said, do not despise the days of little beginnings. Whatever you find, whatever makes money for you, do it well. I was a clown. I met Alibaba as a DJ. Fountain Trust Merchant Bank was having their end of year party. My friend who served with me, who knew I had a children party, and said, Shebi, you can play music. I said, I can play now. Wait to concern me. So I went into traffic, bought all those mixed CDs, waiting be walk inside. Just plug it, the thing we play. Am I not DJ? So he now told Ali that this guy can tell jokes. So that this guy was our own Alibaba on campus. So say, hey, oh yeah, tell something. And so I did a few jokes. I said, wow. What do you do? I said, as a big man, I work in a construction firm. And I was working in a construction firm. I was a corporate affairs. My uncle's engineering firm. I was now construction firm. Do you know Sparklight Estates? Sparklight. That's my uncle. So he said, you should be a comedian. I said, God forbid. I pushed it forward, not knowing that they push it to the back. So I met it later on in life. So the long and short of it, then when I graduated, people I was doing children birthday parties for were people who went to Unilag with me. But they were paying me 5,000, 10,000, 15,000. After paying people that wear costume for me, I still have 10K. I said, they are father. Now here we go die. So I continued. Then I started going to MITV, met someone who, then I met Akakidele, and every time we go to MITV in the evening to drink, you must also not lose your relationships. Kwame, I don't know how many of you know Kwame. Kwame owns Nigeria. He was an OAP at MIT. We used to sit down and play and drink. Ademashao was just trying to hustle that time. So when I came, I was a big boy. He was hustling bros. I say, hey, my guy, how you doing now? So till tomorrow when he sees me, he's bros, although he has more money than me. But you must value your relationships. So I met Akakidele and I said, they say you become here. I said, yes. Tell one joke I will talk to. So we used to throw jokes back and forth, and somebody saw me and said, I want you to anchor, to be part of a program we do, Gist Night. And we started, I said, you'll be telling jokes. I said, no, I'm not a comedian, no. He said, you don't worry. Those things you say here, just come and tell them. And that was how the journey started for me. My breakthrough. And see, also, don't put money first. I always tell people, don't chase money. I have 2 more minutes. Don't chase money. Don't chase money. If you chase money, you keep chasing it. But if you follow the arts, money will chase you. My break in life, and I can never forget him, and God will continue to bless him, is Tunde Adewale. I don't know how many of you know him. It's called TA. When I was leaving Unilag, TA was entering Unilag, and I was a coordinator of Theater 15 then. So I was the one that auditioned him. So after I'd gone to serve, I'd worked for a while, I told myself I wanted to start stand-up comedy. Okay, who do I know in the comedy industry? I need to, so I went to meet him. Bros, I said, I know be bros, so I know be bros. So I started following him everywhere. I would post posters for him. I'll carry posters in my car, go and paste them on Allen for him, for his shows and all that. So one day, he will sign me for shows. They're not paying. I said, don't worry. I was eager to work. So when they said, Gbenga, will you be able to go to Enugu? I said, what am I doing? Okay, I'll only give you ticket fare. I said, no wahala. So he gave me ticket fare. I got there. It was a Valentine's Day show for Star. And one guy, the agency guy came to me and said, wow, where have you been? I said, I did. His name is Goodman. I'm still looking for that guy because he's a good guy. He said, see me, I have something for you. So I kept going to him. He kept saying, come. What was I telling you? Never give up. My philosophy in life, if this wall is your barrier, keep nodding the wall. Keep hitting your head on it. That wall, if it doesn't break, we say, we'll make this guy not go kill himself from my head. It will intentionally break. So I kept going to see him, and one day he called me and said, have you ever done TV? I said, no, but I can do it. So they gave me 3 locations for Star Trek. That was the year Casey Presh won. So I did the first one, I did the second one, I did the third one. And the third one, God took. The MD came to me and said, wow, you're good though. Keep up the good job. I'll see you in Calabar. I said, no, sir. This is my last one. I said, what? Hey, go. Who is there? This is the guy that will do the 36 states too. And that was my break. I didn't get paid for the first one, but the money I got in those days was enough to help me. And forget the money. I became a visitor in the homes of people in the 36 states of Nigeria on prime time. Those days we didn't have competing TV stations. Whether you liked it or not, you must watch the show. So that was good for me. So one thing I'd like to say is, whatever your hand finds to do it with all your power. 2, don't think about money at all times. 3, what was the third one? You remember?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's put time for Mr. Gbengaadeyinka the first.